Today, I'm gonna tell you all of the do's and the don'ts here in Qatar. Assalamu alaikum everyone, it's Mr. Q, your friendly neighborhood Qatar here, and let's talk about the do's and don'ts. Because you need to know this stuff. Some stuff I thought that a lot of people know, but turns out they didn't.
You didn't know.
Now what?
So number one, let's talk about clothing, because a lot of people, they want to come looking fresh, they want to come looking cool, they want to come looking fly. But there are certain things that you probably should not be wearing because it goes against our culture, but also because certain buildings will not allow you to go in.
Not dressed like that, you can't.
So if you're going into a government building or into a mosque, sleeveless tops, we're talking about skirts, we're talking about shorts, yeah, you're not going to be able to wear those, you won't get in. Also, by the way, if you plan on visiting a mosque, women will also have to wear a veil, so you have to cover your hair. So let's say that you are at the hotel and you're going to be chilling at the beach. You're going to be like, hey, do I need to cover myself up? No, you don't. It's a private area. But if you're in a public space, then of course you need to dress modestly. Some people also want to know, hey, can I dress like a Qatari? Well, when in Egypt, you walk like an Egyptian. When in Rome, you do as the Romans. When you're here in Qatar, yes, of course, wear a thobe. In fact, we did some episodes that you can check out so you can see what you need to know when you're tailoring your own custom thobe. Someone once said that they decided to wear a thobe and they're walking around and said, I felt like everybody was looking at me. Yeah, because we're really honored. We really love the fact that people are embracing our culture. So yeah, you'll get a smile. We're smiling in appreciation.
And I appreciate all of your effort.
Let's talk about photography, because a lot of people are going to be coming on down with their cameras. They want to take some pictures, you want to take some memories, maybe some people are going to be vlogging, and you just need to be aware that you should not be taking pictures of people without their permission. Now let's say you're vlogging, okay? And somebody just randomly shows up in the back of your, I don't know, your scene or something by mistake. Don't worry about that because it was unintentional. But you can't walk up to someone and be like, hey, here we have a wild Timothy from the wildlands of America. No, you can't do that. You gotta get the permission. Also, just watch out whenever you see signs like these that say do not take photographs. It's usually because it's like a government building or something. So yeah, don't take pictures where the signs say don't take pictures. That's common sense, but I'm still just mentioning it just in case.
Just in case.
Here's a fun one. I actually did a dedicated episode just on this, which is called Right is Right. So let's say that you are walking in the path and somebody is to your right and trying to get through a doorway. You'll let that person through first. You'll always say, you mean, right side first, because you want to be nice to that person. This is just part of our culture. Now, sometimes people might not recognize the fact that they are standing on the right, they're just not thinking about it. That's where you should insist. No, please, you mean. Also, there are small things too. So let's say you're handing something to someone. You would hand it to someone with your right hand. Let's say you were serving a cup of tea, or you were being served a cup of tea as well. You would receive it with your right hand too. Also, when you go ahead and shake hands with your right hand. Imagine trying to use your left hand and somebody's trying to use the right hand. That'd be kind of weird. But yeah, here, right is default.
Off to you.
You might also want to know about some offensive gestures, and while I've actually created an episode where you can go ahead and watch and learn all the offensive gestures that you should not be doing, the most basic thing that you need to know is just don't point at people. Pointing is considered rude, so don't point. I think in many cultures pointing is rude, but better be safe than sorry, All right, you want to know, do I tip when I go to Qatar? Because in countries like in Japan, you don't tip, because if you tip, it's considered rude.
You don't tip?
Here, you don't typically tip. We don't have tipping culture in the sense that, you calculate like Americans do, 15% or something. No, we don't have any of that. You can tip something to someone at a fixed amount, but not necessarily based on a percentage. But generally speaking, if you did not tip, it's not rude, it's not an offense. It's a nice thing to do.
Come on, you cough up a buck.
All right, so when it comes to cleanliness, pay attention, guys, because this is very important. You can get fined up to 10,000 riyals if you throw anything on the streets, if you spit on the roads or on the sidewalks, and if you throw waste or empty packaging anywhere. So watch out, guys. Don't litter. It's expensive. And even if it wasn't, let's say they didn't fine you, just don't do it anyway, guys. Come on.
Give a hoot. Don't litter.
So let's go ahead and say that you have decided to go and greet a woman. Like, you're a man, she's a woman, and you're like, hey, should I shake her hand? Some people don't want physical contact. So in this case, all you need to do is put your hand on your heart. So you can do like, oh, a hand on my heart. You know, it's like, this is like, you know, the version of that, but it's like on your heart. This is like rude. Like, you know when you do that, one of those? Yeah, but we do one of these. This is nice. It's like hand on the heart. So. Now, of course, a lot of people can speak English here in Qatar, but of course, it would be really appreciated if you learned or spoke a little bit of Arabic too. And of course, we have some words that you can learn. Most basically, the most basic thing that you can say is Assalamu alaikum. We've also done an episode on all of the Arabic phrases that we recommend that you know. So again, check it down below.
Down below, Sir Philip.
So those were just some do's and don'ts. However, we have a full article on iloveqatar.net that you can check out as well. So yeah, again, link down below. Guys, I hope that you appreciated this episode, and if you liked it, please don't forget to give us a like. Don't forget to share, and you see that bell button. Yes, after you're subscribed, do click on it. Don't ignore it. That's it on it.